Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Follow Team 5 Star's proposal for redefining individual mobility. The future of public transport lays in ecological and user-friendly options. The modern technology has created a transport system which has power for electromagnets instead of conventional rails and wheels to achieve motion. Because of the magnetic levitation, the train makes hardly any noise even in higher speeds. Maglev trains use electromagnets to lift the whole train into the air. The result is a transport system which can frequently attain much higher speeds than more conventional rail systems. For example, the Shanghai Transrapid Lines travels in average speed of 430 km per hour, making a 30-kilometer journey in less than 10 minutes. The maglev technology is already in use in some trains, currently mainly in Asian market, but the technology and opportunities that comes with it has not yet been extended to the public transportation sector. As urbanization and environmental concerns are globally increasing, we believe it's time to update the technology also in public transportation systems. As during recent years there has been discussion about re-establishing the Turku City Tram network, we see an opportunity. Maglev trams could potentially reach the customers better than the conventional options and would help to reach the emissions reduction goals. The cost of building maglev infrastructure is currently estimated to cost around 16 million euros per kilometer. However, even though the cost to set this up is relatively high, by eliminating friction, the tram uses less energy and can significantly reduce costs. For example, while every high-speed rail passenger pays €1 for each kilometer traveled, maglev passenger could pay as little as 5 cents per kilometer to cover the expenses. Revenues would flow mainly from customers and advertisements on the tram's electronic boards. Furthermore, we believe we will be able to include government funding to the project, as maglev trams can be considered as one major factor for reducing emissions and improving citizens' well-being. Comparing to the conventional trams, maglev technology is cheap to operate and maintain. As maglev does not have contact with the tracks due to levitation, less frequent checkups and repairs are needed. However, most of the operating costs will result from labor expenses and maintenance costs. As we want to start with maglev tram exportation in Turku city area, to be able to provide a sufficient network for the customers, we would need approximately 150 million euros for this project. As there is annually 27 million public transportation trips taken in Turku area, based on the numbers proposed previously and taking into consideration maintenance costs and staff expenses, we would be able to reach the break-even point in less than 3 years. However, successful sales for advertisement spaces on the tram's electronic boards could help us to reach the break-even point even sooner. We consider this project to have 5 major stakeholder groups. The first group is the government, as they have a significant role on enabling the infrastructure and financial support. As governments are facing constantly increasing emission regulations, maglev could offer fast, well-functioning and environmentally friendly public transportation. Furthermore, maglev project would also create new vacancies and employ a large number of people in the area. Second major stakeholder group is the suppliers. In order to make maglev public transportation possible, we need to have a strong and reliable supplier network. We believe the possible future partners would benefit from the partnership in large measures, as they could gain a long-lasting and reliable client. Community would be one of the biggest stakeholders, as their involvement to the project has a crucial role from the early phases. The community would benefit from maglev in multiple different ways, as efficient public transport would reduce the traffic jams and accidents on roads, would create both timely and monetary savings, create less noise pollution, and give boost for cleaner environment. Employees are also one of the main stakeholder groups, as without their skills, contribution, and capabilities, a project in this magnitude could not be possible. We would be able to offer a large number of citizens secure jobs with long-term contracts. Last but not least, investors have a large role as a stakeholder group. We need the investors' capital in order to make the whole project possible. In return, we can offer the investors tempting returns of investment together with the reputational benefits, as the maglev technology has a direct contribution for cleaner environment. Every year the number of public transportation commuters grows. The reason for this phenomenon are avoiding traffic jams and the growing concern of effects of pollutions. This leads to the demand for more resources for public transportation, and maglev tram is a suitable option to be applied all around the world in the urban areas. All it needs is the infrastructure, either updating already existing ones or investing in new rails. This is only the start for maglev, but in the future the maglev can even become an underground vehicle, since the speed possibilities are even more feasible in a tube. This way the maglev tram can reach people from the city outskirts as well. Taking into account the worries of the climate condition and the generic nature of the public transportation around the globe, there is not much space for disruptors, as the solution decreases the usage of private cars and does not contribute much to the pollution. So sharks, who is ready to board the tram? We see the future in magnetic levitation and the potential to make this concept global. Maglev will change the way your city moves, and we want you to stand with us to revolutionize the industry. Let's become the first movers to take this magnetic levitation to public transportation sector. Who wouldn't be attracted to this idea? Raise your hand and move to the next level with us. Let's take together the initiative on this and attract the rest of the world and make the world a better place for us and the future generations.